So the World Cup is done. It's finally over. For me, I am delighted. For the last 6 weeks, I've been stuffed in this room, which honest to God looks like a Syrian death trap, starved of sunlight, sleep, and human interaction. But now, the World Cup is finally done and I can get back to... It was a great tournament, lads, but Jesus, I need a shower. But as a bit of a wrap up, let's take a look back at my best bits from the past few weeks. Ha! What a great month that was. So who saw this coming, France champions of the world? Well, quite a lot of people actually. I mean, they did have the best squad. Predicting them to win was like guessing that there won't be any jokes in an episode of The Big Bang Theory. It's patently obvious.
Is that why you predicted Spain to win, is it?
Quiet you. The World Cup final, this is what it had all been geared towards. Croatia, a population of under 4 million, that's less than Panama, that is less than the Republic of Ireland. And yet they're in the World Cup final and have a midfield axis of Real Madrid and Barca, while we're placing all our hopes on West Ham's teenage centre back, and still have Shane Long in the team. Not sure how he's commanded so many hefty transfer fees. The man is allergic to goals. Conor McGregor was in attendance because, as we all know, he's a massive football fan.
When did you stop playing soccer?
When I realised it was for women, you know, I would rather fight.
I mean, apart from squabbling over the dishes with D, he hasn't had a fight since last August. And even that was the biggest farce the boxing that sport had ever seen. Okay, second biggest. Anyway, where I was like, oh yeah, France. They were coming up against a Croatian side who had been brought to extra time in every single one of their knockout games. I was expecting them to have about as much energy as an 85-year-old on life support. They had just effectively played a game more than France. They had Dejan Lovren at centre back. I mean, yeah, he's had a decent tournament, but we all know that he's just as prone to becoming the Croatian Titus Bramble every now and then. But Jesus, no, I mean, I don't know what must have happened. I mean, the Croatian players, they must be injected with like 12 cups of caffeine. I mean, I don't know where else they got their energy from. They took the game to France in the first half, repeatedly attacking them, like Chris Brown on Girls' Night Out, and they even grabbed the first goal. I mean, it was in the wrong net, but... yeah. Mario Mandzukic of all people scored the first own goal ever in a World Cup final, to the sound of about 60 million English people laughing violently. And then Ivan Perisic levels it up with a cracking volley past Hugo Lloris. Bottom corner, before he then gives away a penalty that Antoine Griezmann converts just before half time. And then he does the Fortnite dance in a World Cup final. I mean, I hope they're paying him well for that, otherwise the fella is in serious need of psychiatric evaluation. But 2-1 at half time, already the most goals in a World Cup final since 1998. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was not particularly looking forward to this final. Partly because I've gorged at enough football to make me want to shove 2 fingers down my throat. Honest to God, lads, there were times this month when I was losing my mind. You will never get this, you will never get this. I mean, I think that was evident. It was probably games like Uruguay versus Saudi Arabia where I basically had to clockwork orange myself to make it through that mind-numbingly awful 90 minutes. I swear to God, that was football's answer to the Antiques Roadshow. Thankfully, the rest of the tournament has been great though, but that day should remain rooted to the archives of World Cup history, never to be revisited again. But also, World Cup finals are usually dull. They just are. I mean, Germany versus Argentina was a cure for insomnia. Spain versus Holland, that wasn't a game, that was just 11 people trying to kick the shit out of the Spanish. The last exciting final I can remember was France versus Italy in 2006, when most of you were just a twinkle in your dad's ballsack. But this one just blew the rest of them out of the water with the quality of football played. I mean, Croatia, you have to give them a lot of credit. They came out again in the second half, again with the right attitude. I mean, still got blown away. Paul Pogba slammed home a third with his left foot, confirming that Graham Souness is no longer to be taken seriously. Don't worry, Paul, I think I learned that in 2005 when he paid nearly £9 million for John Long Boom Song. Kylian Mbappe battered home a fourth moments later. I mean, of course he did. I mean, that kid, there are just no words. He is going to be unbelievable. So 4-1, you think that's it. Game wrapped up, no more goals. But no, Hugo Lloris then decides to be clever. Actually, I don't know what he was doing, but it ended up in the net. Croatia pressed towards the end. I mean, fair play to them, they kept going. But France weren't to be denied. I have to say, Didier Deschamps has done a wonderful job. He has now got France to the quarterfinals of the World Cup. He's got them to the final of Euro 2016, and now he's won the damn World Cup. Shout out to Olivier Giroud, who has managed to win the tournament despite not even getting a shot on target. Still don't quite know how he managed that, but fair play.
Where did Ireland finish in the World Cup? Your video sucks. How far did Ireland get, matey? We didn't choke, you vest-wearing nonce. This video makes me love Henri even more. Twat, you didn't even qualify. His house looks so shit.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize. No, let's not get ridiculous. But to be fair, I did effectively laugh in your face after your crushing disappointment, so maybe that's the reason I'm no longer invited to funerals. I don't know. But yeah, maybe I was a bit harsh. I mean, on the other hand, England have lost as many games of this tournament as Egypt and Panama, but yeah. Belgium were simply too good for England in the third place playoff. Thomas Meunier and Eden Hazard with the goals. Fair play to Belgium. I mean, before this tournament, I thought Roberto Martinez was better suited to working down the local petrol station than at a World Cup. But no, he's proved me wrong. So was quite a lot of people. I'm not looking forward to the predictions video. But anyway, that was just a quick wrap up of the final. As you can tell, I'm pretty exhausted. So yeah, that was just a bit of a short wrap up. Anyway, cheers for sticking with me for the month, lads. I do appreciate it. It's been a long one. It's been a long slog, but no, in fairness, it's been a great World Cup. Can't really complain. Like, imagine if I was doing all this for the 2010 World Cup, or if the game was a boring 1-0. I think I'd be jumping off the bridge at this stage. But anyway, that is the end of the tournament, lads. What are y'all gonna do with yourselves? Just wilt and die for a few weeks until the Premier League season starts up? If you think you've got rid of me, no. Well, I've got nowhere else to go. Come on, it's my job. I've got plenty of stuff happening in the next few weeks, lads. Some big stuff coming up. So yeah, if you want more of this, stick with. I mean, not for the World Cup. That's obviously over, but just for some other stuff and a bit of variety. And stick around. But anyway, for the last time of this World Cup, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll talk to you in a while. I'm free. How the hell did Limerick beat Kilkenny?
Football's coming.